A month after a deadly plane crash in St. Augustine, questions remain about why it took rescuers so long to reach the wreck. 49-year-old MARIANNE Fox died when her plane crashed upside down in the marsh. The topic of faster response times came up during today's Airport Authority board meeting.
Could we have responded better? Are we ready for the next flip or runway overshoot? Can you honestly say that you couldn't imagine another plane flipping into the marsh?
News4JAX reporter Eric Avanier was at that meeting. He's joining us now live from the Northeast Regional Airport to explain what came up in the meeting and possible solutions being offered there. Eric?
Yeah, Kent, the controversy began here at the airport when Fox overshot the runway so far that many within the piloting community felt that it took first responders 45 minutes to get to the wreckage and then finally pull her from the plane. Now, when she died in the hospital the following morning, there were some who said that she would still be alive today had first responders got to her much quicker. The airplane crash that took the life of MARIANNE Fox a month ago still haunts Bruce Christ today, and he let the airport authority know about it during this board meeting.
I saw her approach. I saw the entire thing happen. I was here for over an hour, over 2 hours actually after. I watched it all transpire.
But he really paid close attention to the length of time it took firefighters to locate and rescue Fox, who was trapped in her cockpit while her plane was inverted in the water. While trapped, she was still in communication with the control tower. It was only after she was finally rescued and taken to the hospital when she died from her injuries.
The response to this accident has brought to public attention the failure of the airport's approach to safety that appears to have resulted in a tragic death. There have been at least 3 very similar incidents in the last few years.
And you lost the most critical asset within your purview, and that's a member of this community. Something went wrong.
The day after the crash, St. Augustine fire officials would not say how long it took for them to get to Fox, but said they had to get an airboat in the water to get to her location, which they say was 600 yards from the end of the runway. Critics of the response time say an airboat or some kind of watercraft should have been readily available to deploy from airport property.
We had Sheriff's Department helicopters at the other end of the field that could have been there in 5 minutes. Why weren't they called instead of an airboat that took 40 minutes to get here? There's some common sense things. What I want to see is a more coordinated, more direct approach, more prepared.
Christ says more money needs to go into safety, and the fire station at the airport needs to be manned full-time. Bruce MAGUIRE is the Airport Authority chairman. He says he's all for making sure rescuers can respond to a crash in a timely manner, but he also says airports this size compared to much larger airports don't have that kind of money to spend, so they have to rely heavily on community services like the city fire department.
We cannot provide all those services. If we did, we'd have to charge the Pilots Association and other pilots such an exorbitant fee that they wouldn't come around anymore.
Now, one of the Airport Authority board members brought up the idea of forming a safety review committee. MAGUIRE did not have a problem with that as long as the discussion within that community didn't lead to attorneys filing lawsuits against the airport in reference to previous crashes. Reporting live in St. Augustine, Eric Avanier, Channel 4, the local station.